can sue them. We are filing a federal Tort Claims Act against the administration.
So you are planning to sue the administration?
Yes, yes.
Mayor Crawford, I wanted to ask, this lawsuit also come out of the fact that the Trump administration has been putting other lawsuits in front of you as well,
Yes.
like the city, suing the city and as well as Hoboken and others.
Yes.
And could you just give, is there an update on that?
No, it's not no update. We are organizing our resources, taxpayers' dollars to fight, the administration around something that I think is frivolous in the first place. This idea of us stopping them from doing their job is just not true. It's just false. It is just a political ploy. No one's stopping the federal government from arresting people. We've never done that. We've never stopped them or presented obstacles to them from doing what they think that they should be doing. What we have done is spoken out against it. We're going to continue to do that. Whatever's in the confines of the law here locally, we're going to execute to make sure that people know that we're opposed to what's going on.
And if I just follow up, what happened after the charges were dropped, it sounded like you guys were trying, I don't know what the right word would be, like some kind of approach month, some kind of, I don't know, just, I don't say getting along, but at least because based on her words, hey, I wanted to invite the mayor to come with me to the Lady Hall and we could walk to it. Was that just all just lie or?
No, that's not a lie. That's true. She did invite me, and I accept that. I'm not opposed to going on a tour with her to Delaney Hall, but that's not why we went down there. We didn't go down there to go on a tour of Delaney Hall. It's not Disney World. We went down there to get them to follow the law, to get them to do the inspections, to apply for a certificate of occupancy, which they are, by the way, looking like they're getting ready to do. So we want them to do that. GEO, which has nothing to do really with the U.S. government or with the U.S. Attorney. It's a separate private entity. It looks like they're trying to follow the law. We'll see. But ultimately, if she wants to give me a tour, I'm down for the tour if that's what she wants to do. Well, because I think that a lot of times people do things to us and they just walk away, and it's okay. Like it's a problem for me to say I want somebody to do something. I want somebody to apologize, to write a letter, say this was wrong, come out and say we shouldn't have done this. Right? That never happens. These people execute this extra legal stuff on you. You have to deal with it. You're explaining it to people until you're blue in the face. You're on every news media channel telling people you didn't go down there to protest. I didn't go down there. I didn't kick my way in. I didn't knock anybody down. I didn't slam any ICE agents. I didn't barge my way in. I didn't barge my way out. I've explained this to people, and they know this is not true. And they saw this video, and they should explain it to people, not me. They should tell people that this did not happen, and they had no business arresting me. I'm okay with that.
Mayor, if you witness to what happens, are you seeking damages?
That remains to be seen. The damages, I don't know if Alina Abba and Ricky Patel have enough resources to pay me for the damages they've caused me. At the end of the day, they should at least apologize. Right? They should at least write a letter and apologize to me. They should say and apologize to the people of this city. Right? What we should have been doing when she first came here, and I asked her to do it, just meet with us locally, meet with me, meet with the local officials here, figure out how we could do what we've been doing before she got here. When we had a former U.S. attorney who was a Democrat, and a former U.S. attorney before him who was a Republican, and a former U.S. attorney before him who was a Democrat, that we all worked with, all the way down the line, and we did tremendous work, and still are in the city of Newark, reducing violence and crime, taking guns off the street from the ATF to the DEA to the FBI to the DOJ. I have nothing but super respect for these agencies who have been working with us tremendously. Some of our guys are in these agencies who have been working with us to make our city and our family safer. That's 100% factual. And I told her that through a video and through friends. Like, look, she's coming here saying Newark is MS-13, which is not true. Newark has a problem. Newark is this. Newark is that. Just the talking points that you get from the MAGA world to come in here and threaten the governor, threaten the U.S. attorney, threaten the city of Newark, as opposed to sitting down with the people here and saying we want to continue the progress that we've been witnessing in this city. I'm down to do that. I didn't have any problem with any of the U.S. attorneys that sat here before her, and Republican or Democrat, for that matter.
Regarding the certificate of occupancy, if that is filed and the proper permits are met, would you drop that initial lawsuit you had against GEO?
We would have no choice. We wouldn't have any choice. I mean, that's the whole thing. The courts decide that, not individuals. ICE doesn't decide that. The U.S. Attorney doesn't decide that. A judge does. In America, if we have a dispute, a private dispute, we go to court. A court solves that. Jail has the right to say they don't agree with the city. We have a right to say we don't agree with them, and we solve it in court. We don't get in the street and do 10 paces, turn around and shoot at one another. That's not what we do here, right? Obviously, we go to a court and the judge makes these decisions. That's all we wanted, not for them to undermine us by beginning to put people into a facility while we were in court.
Mayor Veronica, do you see the Trump administration or the officials, or the president, I guess himself, soon trying to file other lawsuits?
I don't know. They're suing us now for being a sanctuary city with a bunch of cities in New Jersey. You know, and the interesting thing is they're suing us and we did nothing. And we sued them and there's a hoopla like, oh, what are you doing? Well, you arrested me for nothing. I mean, you interfered with my ability of doing my work. I didn't interfere with your ability to do your work. Nobody's stopping you from kidnapping people off the street, from running into fish markets, grabbing people's licenses and IDs, or running into the immigration center, grabbing people who just got married and throwing them into the detention center, or people in traffic stops. Nobody's stopping you from doing that. You're continuing to do it. Right? You're doing it and violating local laws at the same time. Nobody's suing you for that. We just want you to stop doing it. What I'm saying is that you at least owe me some deference, some respect, and the people of the city some deference and some respect to say that what you did was wrong.
Right, this is just the first couple of months of Trump's 4-year-long administration. How do you see this like progressing in a productive way that you can have a good relationship with the Trump administration, or do you think that this is kind of the beginning of being a target for 4 years?
Well, we're gonna pray on that. I honestly, do not want this to be an issue where we're going back and forth. But honestly, the things that he has done and the stuff that he's supporting and the things that are taken away is going to put us at odds. It's going to put us at odds. I mean, it would be dishonest for me to say that we're not going to be at odds because you cut Medicare, Medicaid, that we're not going to be at odds because of Social Security, because of, all of the things that are happening, attacking DEI, closing the Job Corps, which a lot of our residents and kids are part of. All that stuff is very real to us. I mean, cutting Medicaid is going to affect people's families, SNAP benefits, it's going to affect children. I have to be opposed to that. So it's not about silliness, it's about real stuff that we're against. I'm not opposed to Trump because I don't like his haircut. I'm opposed to him because of the very real things that are going on that are affecting the families in my community. And until that changes, opposition remains.